furniture?
Well, I do all kinds of custom work. I've built hundreds of pieces of furniture over the years.
Yeah.
So nearly 20 years working with wood and doing custom work. And well, when I met my wife, we came up with this plan to eventually move to the country and build a workshop and build furniture
Yeah.
and live on the property. And in 2004, we started looking for a place. And in 2005, we found this property. And we bought the property and started to build the shop first. And once we got that done, then we started working on the house. And now we have that almost finished. And so our house is actually our showroom. So we take visitors down to see the house and
With
see
the
all the furniture in
it.
the house. So
That's
in place, which is kind of nice.
That
Being
is-
used every day.
That is brilliant, actually.
So the workshop here is upstairs is the main woodworking shop, and then downstairs I have storage and I have my metalworking down there. So
Oh.
I do. I'm starting to incorporate some metal into the furniture, and recently I entered into the Cowichan Valley Fine Art Show, and I don't really think of my work as a fine art in that sense of 2D hanging on the wall kind
Yeah.
of artwork.
Yeah.
And they said, well, there's sculpture pieces in any medium. So I entered that chair that you see there in the show, the one on the right, and it's made from Cocoa rosewoods. My wife and I work together, and she does the drawings, and then I build the furniture. So she designed this. I entered this one in the show, and we were quite surprised at the end of the show when we picked up the chair to see the ribbon on that we'd won the People's Choice Award.
Yeah. I actually really love the studio space that you've created. It's
Yeah, it's pretty nice with the
Yeah.
vaulted ceiling. We've got
Yeah.
a very tall space here, 13 foot, and then lots of windows. So it feels like I'm up in a tree house.
yeah, natural light, and you're looking
Lots
out
of
onto
natural light, and we've
the
got
cedar and
the
the
view.
fir. So do you do designs and put them out, or do you do everything on spec?
The majority is our custom work.
Custom
Yeah.
work, yeah.
And one of a kind, usually. Sometimes we'll repeat a design
Yeah.
and maybe do a different wood or
Yeah.
combination of woods.
Yeah. You know, furniture, people are so used to seeing things and then going, oh, that's what I want.
Yes, you're
You know,
absolutely
or
right about
touching
that.
or
You're absolutely
sitting
right.
on something, you
It's
know.
really
that-
easy to
yeah,
walk in, see something and say, oh, I like that.
Yeah.
I'd like to buy it.
Yeah.
So that part of it is, it's actually a different client that is willing to take the leap of faith and
Yeah.
trust you to build something
Yeah.
that's really unique and interesting.
Yeah.
And they're not going to walk into someone else's home and see that
Yeah.
piece of furniture.
Yeah.
But they're also, participating in a little slice of your life by commissioning you to make something for them.
Yeah.
Their input definitely takes us down a road that we wouldn't normally go,
Yeah.
and the end result is even better.
Yeah.
So it's really good.
Oh, wow.
I recently had a client, in the early stages we were talking about design and what you liked and what you didn't like, and she said, well, I really like Gothic. And I paused for a moment, and then I thought, Gothic, well, I haven't done anything. And when you think of Gothic, you think of that arch that's
Yeah.
peaked at the top.
The
So
spire, yeah.
that's the sort of generic image that you have with,
Yeah.
with Gothic, is that arch. And it turned out we were able to use that shape in the base of the table, and it was just perfect. And if
Wow.
she hadn't said that,
Yeah.
I never would have gone in that
Yeah.
direction. We make everything specifically for each person
Mhm.
within a design parameter that is aesthetically pleasing to us. So that combination works really well.
Yeah.
Anybody can go to a lumberyard and buy some wood and make something, but not everybody gets the logs, mills the logs
Yeah.
into lumber,
Yeah.
dries the wood, and then makes the furniture. Lots of good wood here in BC, and on the island we have Arbutus and Western maple, Garry oak, fir and cedar, of course, and then there's yew, Pacific yew.
Yeah.
There's other native species, laburnum, dogwood. There's just lots. Come on down to the house.
Love to see what a woodworker's house looked like. A fine woodworking.
Yeah, well, the funny part is my woodworker's house is made of concrete. It's only one level
Yeah,
and there's no basement.
yeah.
So the outside is not finished yet. We have landscaping to do. We've been working on the inside to try
Yeah.
and get that looking good.
Yeah.
And like I said, the whole house is concrete. The floors are concrete. But there's lots of wood inside. Western maple with Arbutus burl veneer. I usually make those in pairs. Just a nice little side table. It's one of my favorite little tables to make.
Mhm.
And every year I make one and donate it to the Cowichan Therapeutic Riding Association.
Oh, yes.
And they have it in their dinner auction. Chair over here, and that's kind of unusual for the kind of work that I do. This one's done in yellow cedar, and it's all carved. So you can see that. The hand
Wow.
carving.
That's, and you did the carving as well?
Yes. This method of carving, a chair was done for a show that was held at the University of Victoria
Yeah.
for the Furniture Society conference. I was really inspired to do this chair because this is actually a reproduction. The original is in the Smithsonian. Finished the little office area.
Yeah.
That shelf is done.
Yeah.
Looks good. Here's done American cherry. Beautiful wood. Very similar to Arbutus, actually.
Hmm.
Just in the way it works and the
Yeah.
color. And that other chair at the other end is Arbutus. And then this table extends so you can put in a leaf on each end and
Oh,
seat
nice.
extra people.
Yeah. Oh, this is an incorporation of the metal. Eh? Very nice.
This chair was designed in conjunction with a company in Nelson. And I made the chairs for them. And those chairs went to the Grand Teton National Park Interpretive Center. So there are 4 of those chairs and 11 dining chairs. The table is also Arbutus, and it was done for a different show at the university at the Maltwood Gallery. And because of that show and this table being entered in the show, I won a commission for public seating in another building at the university. The kitchens and cabinet work that I do tend to be more like furniture than run-of-the-mill kitchen cabinetry.
Yeah.
This is all done in Garry oak,
Wow.
and all of the wood in the kitchen is from a single tree. This bar top is a single plank of quarter sawn oak, and same with the island. That's one plank cut in half and joined together
Wow.
to make the
Yeah.
island top.
That is beautiful.